Well, before I get into this, I have about, 45 seconds of positivity for this game today. And it's that TJ Watt is head and shoulders the best edge rusher in the league. I don't give a shit what anyone else says. And the offensive line, for the most part, gave some pretty good pass protection today for our quarterback, who I'm going to get into in this video real quickly. So at least we got those two things going for us for this game. But that's where the positivity ends. Hope you're all having a better Sunday afternoon than I am. This is Mac, and I am back with another video. First recap of the season, and it's going to be quite a doozy. As always, do me a favor, like, comment, subscribe, follow on Instagram, link in the box below. First of all, shout out to the San Francisco 49ers. Yinz guys were head and shoulders, top to bottom, in every aspect the better team today. 30-7. One of the worst ways to start a season I've seen the Steelers have in my fandom. This is why the 49ers are one of the elite teams in the league. You know, they just prey on your weakness. They take advantage of mistakes. They're physical. Ran the ball right down our throats. Never took their foot off the gas pedal. Executed basic fundamentals. This is why they're one of the top dogs in the NFL. They're going to be tough to beat in the playoffs should they make it back to the NFC Championship. And this is why, in my opinion, they're a Super Bowl contender. So, shout out to the 49ers, man. But let me get on into my team right now. And I'm going to criticize, okay? I don't give a crap if you kids out there or you Kenny Pickett fans out there agree with it or not. I am going to criticize Kenny Pickett immediately for this game. Okay? Oh, Mac, Kenny Pickett's just a sophomore. He's still a young quarterback. He hasn't had a full season. I don't give a shit. The fact is, this guy had more than enough playing time last year to build up experience. He led 5 game-winning drives for us last year. He had a phenomenal preseason, and this is the performance that he turns in week 1 of the season. I can't really say I'm going to rage in this video because, number one, my throat hurts from my concert that I was at the other night, and number two, my energy is just gone. So I may raise my voice at worst. But like I said, I'm going to get on Kenny Pickett immediately in this game. It all started from the very first drive of the game where he took a ridiculous sack on 3rd down. Okay, where he's rolling to his left side, ball still in his hands. He's clearly staring out of bounds, and he just hangs on the ball and takes a sack. At that point, you either throw the ball out of bounds or you throw it away. You don't take an unnecessary sack like that. What did I say in my preview? Minimize the negativity. Well, Kenny Pickett, did not minimize any negativity today, 1 iota. And then the interceptions that he threw today, 100% on him. Okay, like I said, I'm not giving Kenny Pickett the training wheels anymore. I'm not giving him he's a young player anymore. Like I said, he's had more than enough experience to be a starting quarterback in this league. He has to do better. And those 2 interceptions that he threw today were inexcusable, and they were piss poor, and they were both on him. Stood up for him all year last year when everyone was crucifying him for the picks that he threw, because they were very, unfortunate circumstances. But these 2 today, you cannot deny they are on him today. Okay, he threw it late to Deontay Johnson on the 2nd drive of the game, right to Tre'Davious Ward, just ready to make a play on that interception, and he did. And then he threw it late. He misread it. The ball got tipped in the 4th quarter. Ufunga made a play on it. Damn near made it a pick 6. And Pickett should have had another interception, if I'm being completely honest with you today, where, again, he threw it behind a receiver, and the 49ers dropped an easy interception. What a terrible game for Kenny Pickett today. Absolutely terrible. You cannot deny it. But it's not all on him, all right? It's not just him for the reason why we lost. And I already know I'm going to get these comments in the comments below. Well, it's the offensive line. The offensive line actually gave him some pretty ample amount of time to get rid of the ball. The offensive line protected him well enough. I mean, sure, the 49ers got a couple sacks on him today. But for the most part, the offensive line protected him well enough in pass protection. Oh, it's Matt Canada's fault. When he is getting rid of the ball like that, and he is making reads, he's staring down receivers, he's taking unnecessary sacks, he's throwing the ball behind our players, he's running for his life, he's checking it down. That has nothing to do with Matt Canada. That has nothing to do with Mike Tomlin, who, by the way, shame on you for having 8 months to prepare for this game, and this is the performance that you turn in today in front of a packed house at Heinz Field. That has nothing to do with coaching. It has nothing to do with schematics. That is on Kenny Pickett. He needs to do better. If I'm going to praise him in the offseason and in preseason for why he was being productive, I am surely going to put blame on him when he does not play well, and he did not play well today. Running game. God awful today. There was a point, I am not kidding, there was a point where the Steelers had -1 yard of total offense and -4 yards rushing. We have to have a running back by committee type of game today. We have to beat Kyle Shanahan at his game. Get Jalen Warren involved. Najee Harris has to step up. Najee Harris, my patience is waning with you, brother, by the minute. You are still dancing around. You are still missing holes. The offensive line gave you a lot of holes and a lot of ground to pick up chunks of yards, and you only had one solid play today, and that's it. My patience with him is waning. Jalen Warren was a non-factor today, and Anthony McFarland too. His only highlight today was when he made a reception in the second quarter with no timeouts, under the 2-minute warning. We're down 20-0, trying to get something going at least before halftime. And this bozo puts on shades of Chase Claypool with a running clock, celebrates a reception. Hey, moron, the clock is moving. We can't stop the clock. Get back in the huddle. I mean, this is the type of performance that you put on the field today, Mike? Are you kidding me? This was not a Mike Tomlin team today. They did not perform like a Mike Tomlin team today. And I know the 49ers, they're a great team. Like I said, I am not taking anything away from the 49ers, okay? They came into our stadium and they just whooped our ass, okay? There is no ifs, ands, or buts about that. They did what they needed to do. But at the same time, the Steelers didn't do themselves any favors as well. Careless penalties, careless play style, like that unsportsmanlike conduct penalty by, I think it was Kazee today. Horribly misplaying on the defensive backs when Patrick Peterson tripped on the first touchdown. He stumbled and allowed Brandon Ayuk to score. Brandon Ayuk just killed us today, man. If you had him in fantasy, man, did you have a solid day. The rush defense, hideous today. Just when you think you can kind of have some hope for the Steelers in the second half, CMC busts one open. First drive of the second half for a long touchdown. That erased any sort of positivity that I had for the rest of the game. And for the watch party that I was at, that was the dagger for them as well. Like you could hear a pin drop in my buddy's backyard. Plasma screen TV, burger sliders being served out there, homemade cookies, pasta salad, everything there. And this is the product that we get. It's inexcusable. It really is. You guys should all be embarrassed of yourselves today. You really should. Other than TJ Watt, who good for him. He tied James Harrison's all-time sack record for us. So TJ Watt, as far as I'm concerned, you're looking at the all-time sack leader for the Pittsburgh Steelers now in TJ Watt, okay? That's what you're looking at. 3 sacks today for TJ Watt. He's back, like I said. But other than TJ Watt and most, not all, most of the offensive line's pass protection today, I have nothing good to say about today. Other than also, I guess you can say the 2-minute drill pretty much that we had to close out the first half where Kenny Pickett found Pat Freiermuth for a touchdown to make it 20-7 at halftime. But that just goes back to what I'm saying. You can't rely on pulling a run out of your ass all season late in the game or a late season run or being a second half team. No, I'm getting tired of that. I want 60 minutes of football. Not 50 minutes of football, not 45 minutes of football, not 30 minutes of football, and certainly not 2 minutes of football. I want 60 minutes of football, and the Steelers failed miserably at that today. Now look, I'm still going to have my Monday overreaction for tomorrow. Be sure to tune in for that. And there's just going to be a take of mine as I watch, the replay, as I watch the highlights again about something that I can really dish out about. And look, I know it's only week 1 in a very long season. I know that it's just one game. I understand any team can have a bad game like we did today. But I'm telling you right, and also next week, we play the Browns on Monday Night Football. We have an extra day of rest, but hey, they have an extra day of rest today too. And they clobbered the Bengals today, by the way, 24-3. Okay? This is the least confident I've felt about playing the Browns. Ever. Never thought I'd be saying that. Okay? But I understand. Any team can have a bad game like we did today. But I'm telling you right now, if we come out flat against Cleveland next Monday night, and we let Deshaun Watson have a game like Brock Purdy did today, then we're going to be in big trouble sitting at 0-2. I'm just saying that right now. I mean, look, it's not like Brock Purdy was a world beater today. I mean, he had a couple of really solid plays today, but it's not like he was like the second coming of Steve Young or Joe Montana out there, okay? We gave him prime field position after prime field position because we couldn't stop making mistakes. And an elite team like San Francisco will make you pay for that every single time. That's just how it is. Plain and simple. I really hope that when I do stream next Monday night's game, so I have PTO from work, so I will be streaming next Monday night's game. I really hope that I see a different Steeler team out there for Monday night. And that the rush defense gets it together because you're going up against another stout running back in Nick Chubb, who had, from what I saw, a pretty solid game today. Defensive backs need to get it together. And this offense, I've been hyping it up for the past 2.5 weeks. They played like complete and utter trash today. When you have your running backs only have 9 total carries in the backfield today, you are setting yourself up for failure. What did the 49ers do today? CMC was the bulk of their offense. They were running the ball down our throat. They didn't get conservative up 20-7 entering the second half. They made us work the entire game, and that's why they beat us. Kenny Pickett threw almost 50 passes today. And I don't think he even cracked 200 yards passing. Either that or he barely did it. Just a terrible way to start the season, man. Absolutely terrible, pitiful, piss-poor performance today. Tomlin, and this is why I'm hard on Tomlin. I expect way better out of a head coach who's been with us now for 17 years. Way better. Get it together, guys. Go back to the drawing board. Do what you need to do. You got 8 days to prepare for Cleveland. Get your act together. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. This is Mac checking on out for the day. Go Steelers. Have a good one.